Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Ayun po. Hello, good morning everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tutor
Good morning.
Martin. Kamusta po kayo?
Good morning.
Welcome
Salamat po. Isa pong mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat at ako'y nakabalik na sa ating session. Yes.
I hope you're doing well, sir.
Yes, ma'am. It was an unforgettable experience getting operated for the first time. And yun nga po, matagal ang proseso ng paggaling, pero I hope na makapagtuloy-tuloy pa ang ating sessions. Medyo okay naman ako ang aking pakiramdam, kaya naman nakapag-session na po tayo ngayon para sa ETUlay Tutor.
Ayan, maraming salamat,
Ayun.
Tutor Martin. And again, welcome back. Ayan, tayo po ay magpapatuloy na. Magandang umaga. Ayan, at ang dami na akong nakikitang viewers natin, Tutor Martin.
Yes po, Tutor. From 9:56 po yata, meron na tayong mga commenters na nag-aantay.
Yes po,
So,
ayan po. Good morning,
Opo.
Tutor Diana and Tutor Eris. My name is Enrico Manuel T. Dalupan. Okay, from YouTube. Ayan, watching from YouTube.
Ayun po.
And ang dami po sa Facebook. Lea De Vera, grade 8 Mahogany from Ramon National High School, SDO Isabela.
Opo. And we also have Eric Aguilar Flores. Yan, mga Ramon National High School sa Isabela, ma'am. Yung mga masugid nating manonood.
Correct. Sila po ay napakasisipag talagang manood. Ayan,
Yes,
si Curls Coloma from Estel, Ramon National High School. Ayan, tayo po ay magpapatuloy na para ating Week 3 and Week 4 session. Maraming salamat po sa patuloy na panonood. And keep watching po at tayo po ay magpapatuloy na sa ating lesson.
Okay
Let's have
po, Tutor.
again, Tutor Martin.
So before, sinaselebrate po natin ang International Day of Families with the theme Families and Urbanization. So it's under the United Nations, no? So usually sinaselebrate natin to May 15, 2022. But para ma-impose natin dahil tayo nga'y nasa online class, karamihan, and kasama natin ng mga pamilya, ito po ay araw ng ating mga kasama sa buhay. Ayun po. So before we proceed, Tutor, tuloy na po tayo. Pero bago po tayo tumawid sa ating discussion, i-discuss po natin yung most essential learning competencies. So kung mapapansin po ninyo sa get up ng presentation natin, it's more of a theater vibes, not Tutor?
That's correct.
Kasi ang setup or ang pinaka-topic po natin for the fourth quarter is theater arts in Asia. So ayun po. So let's proceed na po. Ang ating most essential learning competency, number 1 is to describe how a specific idea or story is communicated through music in a particular Asian music theater. And also, papasok din po tayo sa improvisation by improvising appropriate sound, music, gestures, movement, props, and costumes for the performance of a chosen traditional musical and theatrical form. So last meeting, na-discuss na sa inyo ni Tutor Diana yung mga iba't ibang theatrical presentations na matatagpuan po natin sa ating kontinenteng Asia. And sa ngayong araw na ito, hihimayin natin yung mga musical theaters na ito, and let's try to differentiate what is the purpose of dealing these kind of theaters, bakit ba sila pinapalabas, and ano yung magiging ambag natin for this particular lesson and discussion. Ayun po, Tutor.
That's correct, Tutor Martin. Kasi last time we have discussed regarding the instruments used. Yung mga instrumento na ginagamit sa bawat theatrical performances na ito. So today, ang pag-uusapan natin, ano nga ba yung mga Asian musical theater na ito? At ano nga ba kinalaman nito sa kultura na meron ang bawat bansa kung saan ito ginaganap? So tingnan natin kung ano nga ba ang significance nito o kahalagahan. Kasi kung tayo sa Pilipinas, may mga sarswela tayo, di ba? So ano naman kaya yung halaga ng bawat musical theater na meron sila, na may iba-iba ding katawagan. Kung may sarswela, ang ibang bansa, meron ding sariling theatrical play, pero iba yung tawag nila. And ano nga ba, at para saan yon? Anong pagpapahalaga nila dito sa mga performances na ito? Dahil syempre, alam natin, yung mga kultura natin ay talagang ating pine-preserve. Though ngayon ay modern times na, pero we are trying to preserve still the culture that we have, specifically in music. Okay, sige po, magpatuloy na tayo.
Yes po. And for our discussion, our main topic for ETUlay online tutorial for week 3 and 4. For the fourth quarter is Musical Theater and Festivals of Asia. So kung titingnan po natin, no, yung mga instruments na nabanggit ni Tutor Diana last meeting, halos magkakapareho. They are the same in terms of inspiration, in terms of musical ensemble. So may himay-himay po natin yan kung paano nila ito ginagamit sa isang performance. But before that, shout out po muna tayo sa ating mga co-tutors. Andyan po si Tutor MC, hello po. And then si Tutor Jowa. Ayan po. Maraming salamat po sa pagtutok. Ayan po. Next po. So for the Musical Theater of Asia, Tutor Diana, ako na po ba tutuloy? Okay po.
Okay, sige sir. Sige, Tutor.
Okay, the first one is Kabuki. So Kabuki, are you familiar with this theatrical presentation? This is a sneak peek of view of a creative artistry of Kabuki. So, ayan. Sumilip lang si Kuya para medyo may pagka-sneak peek tayo. Ayan, next.
Silip-silip lang.
So, Kabuki is a classical form of Japanese dance drama. So, classical means noon pa man, noong unang panahon, in the Edo period, so nag-start na yung Kabuki as a theatrical presentations for the masses. Or mas kilala po siya na theatrical presentations para sa mga common people. Kasi sa Japan, we have two types of theatrical presentations. We have the No and we have the Kabuki. So si No is for the high level people na nakatira sa mga castles, sa kanilang mga kingdoms and etc. Yung matataas po yung posisyon. Samantalang yung Kabuki is open for the mass or yung para sa tao po talaga yung mga presentations nila. And kung makikita nyo po dun sa look po ng ating Kabuki actor, medyo extreme yung designs ng mukha. So may pintura sila ng white and then extreme colors to show the emotions, okay? And the bizarre features of each actors and actresses. Para nga naman, mas makita ng tao na, ay, pag ganito yung itsura ng actor, medyo may deep feeling siya na gustong i-express sa kanyang palabas or sa kanyang character. So, ayun po. So, good morning po sa ating lahat. So, next po tayo, we have the
Peking Opera.
Okay po.
For the Peking Opera, nakita natin, ayan. Ayan po yung sample ng clip from the canvas. Kung mapapansin natin, yung embellishments, yung mga design ng kanilang costume, talagang napakagaganda, very colorful. And it really shows dignified movements. Ayan. So tayo po ay magpatuloy. Tingnan natin kung ano nga ba yung Peking Opera. So Peking Opera is the most dominant form of Chinese opera. So Chinese opera, yun, pag sinabing Peking Opera, maisip kagad natin, it's a Chinese opera which combines music, vocal performance, mime, dance, and acrobatics. So yung Peking Opera daw, hindi lang siya barely na sumasayaw. It is a combination of a unified performance, parang ganon. Kasi may music, may vocal performance, ibig sabihin may kumakanta, and then may miming din, meaning movements lang, and then dances and acrobatics. That is the Peking Opera.
Okay po. So, Tutor, meron po tayong additional info from our listeners. We have Marniel Kyle Lustre Ramos. So, yung Kabuki, balik po tayo, derived from the word kabuku, that it means out of the ordinary. So, kaya naman po, pagka nanonood po kayo ng Kabuki or if you watch clips from YouTube and many other platforms, kadalasan po ng movement nila is bizarre or simply parang kakaiba, out of the ordinary or exaggerated if we're going to compare it with other theatrical presentations. That's make Kabuki unique from the other. And also dun sa Peking Opera nga na sinabi ni Tutor, more on embellishments and kung makikita may miming, may acrobatics, which is a total package when it comes to theatrical performances. Ayun po. Then the next one is Wayang Kulit. So Wayang Kulit naman, this one is the video clip for Wayang Kulit. So from the video itself, nakikita natin na there's someone playing or there's someone manipulating the characters. If we're going to compare it with Kabuki and Peking Opera, it's a bit different because it's more on the puppetry side. Ayan po. So, yan po. Wayang kulit is a traditional form of puppet and shadow play. So, originally, natatagpuan siya sa Java, Bali, and Lombok in Indonesia. Okay po. Tutor Diana, any additional information po?
Ayan. So katulad ng sinabi mo, if we are going to compare it with Peking Opera and with the Kabuki, meron ding tao na gumagalaw pero it is in the back of the stage. While dun sa wayang kulit. While sa Peking Opera, talagang sila yung gumagalaw. Tao yung gumagalaw ng performance nila. While ito, shadow lang. Makikita natin yung movement ng shadow. So yung lumalabas dito yung creativity, paano ka gagawa ng puppets na yun, di ba? Kasi mahirap. Pag tao, ang lalagyan mo ng embellishments, ang pagagandahin mo is the costume, yung mascara na isusuot, o yung headdress na isusuot. Pero dito sa wayang kulit, yung creativity in making the puppet itself. And how are you going to manipulate the puppets doon sa likod ng tela na may ilaw. So, ganun yung kaibahan ng wayang kulit from other theatrical plays from other Asian countries like China. Okay?
Yes po, Tutor. And yun po talaga yung nagbibigay ng creative side sa wayang kulit. Kasi kung ikukumpara po natin siya sa mga ordinary puppet presentations wherein may sock puppet, paper, or many other material, dito, gumawa sila ng puppet but it adds a flavor na shadow ang ginagamit po nila. Okay po. So, maraming embellishment yung puppet but once it was played on the cloth na may ilaw na madilim, nagbibigay po siya ng different vibe and perspective sa kanyang theatrical presentation.
At saka yung nakakatawa talaga doon, yung Tutor Martin, ang nakakatawa doon, yung ganda, yung pagkakagawa mismo doon sa puppet. Kasi pag tinignan mo siya, pag nasa front ka, pag tinignan mo, yung pati kulay isipin mo yung puppet, nasa likod siya, pero yung kulay niya, it adds beauty doon sa presentation. Diba? Tsaka yung kung paano pinagagalaw sa likod ng ilaw yung mga puppets na yun. Ayun.
Ayun po. Opo. So, okay na po ba tayo, viewers, dun sa ating tatlong theatrical presentations? So, ayun, nakikita po natin sa ating comment section na napaka-participative po ng ating mga viewers in terms of defining different theatrical styles, and also nakatutuwa ang isipin na they are commenting positively and actively sa ating mga discussions. So thank you very much po mga listeners po natin. So proceed po tayo, Tutor. So para sa araw na po na ito, magfo-focus po tayo sa wayang kulit. So si wayang kulit, we have prepared 5 questions in order for us to simplify the discussion and to summarize everything that is included in this particular theatrical presentation para medyo mahimay-himay po natin yung bawat impormasyon na mas madali natin siya matutunan. But before that, ayan po. So, Tutor, so what is the main purpose of wayang kulit? Ayan po. So, ano nga pa ang purpose ng wayang kulit? So, kung matatandaan po natin, no, saan po nga bang bansa galing ito? So, from what country? So, medyo malapit lang po siya sa atin. Opo.
Pa-comment po ng answer ating mga viewers para makita natin kung ano nga ba yung tamang sagot.
Opo.
At kung talagang nakikinig kayo sa ating discussions, ano?
Opo. So, ang sasagutin po natin yung follow-up question ko po. Saan pong bansa matatagpuan ang wayang kulit or saan siya nag-originate?
Yes,
and ayun na nga, Tutor.
Talagang very good naman ang mga bata. Ayan, may sumagot na, Tutor, from Indonesia daw. Indonesia, according to Inuel Ivon Pasqua. And that is correct, di ba?
Okay, very good po.
From Indonesia. in general.
Opo.
Kasi
So,
ilan kasi yung lugar sa Indonesia is from Java, Bali, and Lombok,
Bali,
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Ayan.
Ayan po. So, thank you very much for the viewers na nagko-comment sa atin. So, balik tayo sa ating main discussion, Tutor.
Yes.
So,
Ano nga
what
ba yung
is the
purpose?
main?
What is the
Opo.
main purpose of wayang kulit? Sige nga, please comment down your answer para makita natin ano nga bang saysay ng wayang kulit para sa kanila, di ba?
Opo, ginawa lang ba nila yon para mag-trip? Gano'n.
Katuwaan, ano? Pwede rin.
Opo.
Siguro.
Well,
Tingnan natin. Let's find out.
Siyempre siguro nung mga time na yon hindi pa naman active ng todo-todo yung dahil wala pa namang internet, wala pang social media, di gaya na nakapaglibang tayo on our own sa kanila. So siguro they are thinking of something na gusto nilang magawa and wayang kulit ang napagtripan nila. Ayun na nga.
And then nakakatuwa, Tutor Martin, if we are going to analyze, yung effort sa paggawa pa lang ng mga puppets, kahit isang puppet lang, kasi nung nasa old normal tayo, yung nag-face-to-face, I tried to ask my students to create their own puppets. Hirap na hirap sila kasi nakikita nila yung kung paano, gaano ka-intricate yung design ng bawat puppet. Ang daming puppets na gagawin. So I just asked them to make one, isa lang kada bata. At natutuwa sila, kaya lang nahihirapan sila kasi uukitin pa nila yung mga design kasi nga, para pag tumapat sa ilaw, maganda yung kalalabasan. And they enjoyed it naman. Na-enjoy nila yung paggagawa and pagpapresent ng kwento nila. Doon yung syempre yung kwento nila, sariling version na nila yung kwento. So, yun nga, yung paggagawa pa lang mismo nung mismong puppet, medyo nahirapan na sila. Ayan, may mga sumagot na Tutor Martin sa ating comment section from Facebook
Yes po.
viewers. Ayan, from Jasmine Batad. Ayan. Sabi niya, for entertainment. Okay, let's
even,
see. For entertainment kaya talaga siya, kaya siya ginawa. O yan, that's the answer. So ang wayang kulit daw is an extremely important vehicle of culture, serving as carrier of myth, morality play, and form of religious experience rolled into one. So napakahalaga pala, napakabigat pala nung kahalagahan ng wayang kulit sa Indonesia. So tingnan natin, di ba? Nakalagay dyan, isasahin natin. It is extremely important vehicle of culture. So, kung iniisip natin in general for entertainment, so pag sinabi natin entertainment, it's part of the culture. And totoo naman. It really entertains people who are watching the play. Yes, di ba, Tutor Martin? And also, di ba nakalagay dyan? Serving as carrier of myth. Yung mga mitolohiya na meron ng kanilang bansa and morality play. So, ang ganda, di ba? Moral. And of course, form of religious experience. Religiously, so ibig sabihin, it has something to do with their religious belief. So nakakatawang isipin, napakaganda yung purpose pala ng wayang kulit sa Indonesia. So kung inaakala natin na, yes, it is true, Jasmine, na it is also for entertainment. And nakakatuwa kasi, mahalaga, maganda ang kahalagahan ng wayang kulit sa kanila. Kaya ito, until today, ay kanilang pinapahalagahan. They are still trying to preserve wayang kulit in their country. Tutor?
Yes po, Tutor. So it's part of their cultural heritage na pinagyayabong at pinananatili magpasa hanggang ngayon. And of course, because of the religious culture, taray ng term na, Tutor. Pangmalakasan, di ba? Ayun po. So proceed tayo sa next question natin, Tutor. Bakit nga po ba siya na tinawag na wayang kulit?
Ayan, bakit nga ba? Let's try to find out. Sige, to those who are interested, to those who are aware kung ano nga ba, bakit nga ba wayang kulit ang tawag dito, please comment down your answer sa ating pong comment box.
Ayun po, meron tayong mga commenters na nag-input ng kanilang mga kasagutan and from Christopher, same with our answer. So it was, wayang kulit is extremely important, especially for Indonesian people because it's part of their history, it's part of their culture. So, end of the story. Char.
Kahit naman sa atin, di ba? Siguro, kasi may mga tao talaga na yung kahit bata pa, yung pagpapahalaga sa yung patriotism. Yung
Yes po.
sense of patriotism. Ako, siguro, ewan ko kung masyado lang talaga akong emotional sa mga ganyan. Pero yung pagpapahalaga sa bayan, importante yun sa akin eh. Kasi, di ba, doon ka nagmula eh. You are part of it. You are
Yes.
part of um, yung culture na meron tayo sa bansa natin. Yun kasi yung identity natin. So, mahalaga po sa bawat isa sa atin. Yung alam natin kung anong kultura tayo meron. Okay?
Opo.
Ayan, may watch, ayan. Meron na pong sumagot and very good naman. Talagang nag-research. Okay?
Ayan,
Ang sabi
shadows
dito,
from hide.
shadows from hide. Meron din dito nagsabi, the term wayang kulit literally means shadows from hide and has a few meanings in the South Asian context. Sabi yan ni Lea De Vera and Janela Ashi Belingon.
Belingon. Ayan.
Now, let's try to find out. Tingnan natin. Let's reveal the answer. Let's try to discuss it to them para mas maliwanagan ang ating mga viewers. Ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng wayang kulit, Shooter Martin?
So, yan po. The term wayang is the Javanese word for shadow or imagination. So, in modern daily Javanese and Indonesian vocabulary, wayang can refer to the puppet itself or the whole puppet theater performance. So, if we're going to compare it with the answers with other students, technically shadow from hide or shadows are the same. And it
Yes.
really shows the shadow in the wayang kulit itself. That's the identity of this particular presentation. Ayan po.
Correct. That's correct. Nakakatuwa ang mga viewers natin. I am very much happy with their participation today.
Ayan po.
With Tutor Martin.
Ayan, nakakatuwa, Tutor, kasi kakabalik ko lang and active ang participation. So, ayun, na-miss ko itong habang nagpapagaling tayo sa opera.
Gilangi.
Ayun po.
Okay, let us have the next question.
Po, the next question is, what stories are presented in wayang kulit?
Okay, ano nga ba yung mga kwento? Okay,
Ano po ba yan? Kwentong barbero po ba yan?
Kasi nakita natin yung bigat, dahilan, bakit, para saan ba yung wayang kulit na yan? So, talk about history, religious belief, morality. Napakaganda nung ibig sabihin yung pagpapahalaga nila sa wayang kulit. Hindi, kumbaga yung whole being ng pagiging tao mo, pagiging pagiging tao mo, nandun na lahat. Total, parang total package siya, no? Sige, let's find out. Ano ka ba yung mga kwento na pine-present sa wayang kulit?
As easy as we analyze different kind of things, no? Nabanggit yung morality, nabanggit yung religious. So meron na tayong idea kung ano sa tingin natin yung mga topics under or stories ng wayang kulit.
Sige nga po, subukan ninyo. Type lang, kahit isang word lang. Parang clue. Clue lang. We don't need, there's no need for you to discuss it there. Siguro kahit ano lang, isang word lang that describes your thoughts. Your thoughts. Ayan.
Kami na po bahala mag-elaborate. Ayan.
Sige lang po. Please comment down your answer. Okay.
Ayan po. Si Leia may answer na po, Tutor.
Napaka-active ni Miss Lea De Vera. And, yan, para ipakita ang story ng Ramayana. Yan. Ayan. Yung kwento ng Ramayana, napakaganda rin.
Yes.
Diba?
Si Rama at Sita.
Yes. Napakaganda ng kwento niyan. Very heartfelt, no? Ako, nagagandahan ako dyan personally. Kasi yung character, no?
Opo.
Yung character ng
Actually,
kwento.
ang pinakamaganda dun sa Ramayana is my experience when I was in high school. Kasi isa siya sa mga talata na inaaral sa Filipino. And then at the same time in college, we created a skit or a dramatic play with the Mahabharata and Ramayana. So it's very memorable. And very touching ang story na ito. Yung epic. Kaso malaloka ka, ma'am, ang dami.
Okay. Sige, let's continue, Tutor.
Opo. So the answer, wayang stories are usually taken from the episodes of Hindu classic sagas of Mahabharata and the Ramayana. So very correct po sa ating mga viewers. So entertaining siya but also may values and contain deep philosophical thoughts. So para mahaloka kayo, bakit kaya Hindu classic? Bakit Hindu classic? So they're Indonesians. So why are they using Hindu classics? Wala ba silang sarili nilang stories and everything? Bakit po kaya? So kasi po, technical speaking, so yung religion po na Hinduism na matatagpuan natin sa bansang, saan po kaya yon? Sa bansang India, okay, ay naipadala po sa mga iba't ibang bansa and they adopt that particular religion. And also the values and the teachings from that particular religion is na-adapt from these countries and kabilang po doon ng Indonesia. Kaya naman ginagamit po nila yung mga Hindu classics as a representation of the Indian culture, basically the religion Hinduism. So ayun po, nagsagot na rin si Marniel. India nga daw ang answer niya. Very good. So ayun, Sutor, proceed na po ba tayo?
Okay, sige, proceed na po tayo. Ganda talaga ng kwento ng Ramayana. Kasi di ba, according to its meaning, yung meaning ng Dharma is a type of behavior, di ba, sa Ramayana. A type of behavior said to be in accordance with the order that makes life and the universe possible. Ang meaning nito, nakalagay, ang explanation nila, expectations of in fulfilling duties, respecting rights, observing proper conduct, practicing virtues, and maintaining a rightful way of living. Di ba napakaganda, Chor? Kung yes, ito ay i-adapt natin, siguro napakatahimik ng mundo, no? Puro kapayapaan yung mararamdaman natin. Peaceful living, respecting other people, kahit ano pang estado ng buhay, di ba? So,
kahit ano pang paniniwala natin.
So, na-adapt natin. So we are not just discussing music here. Yung values na itinuturo sa atin nung uri ng musika at kultura na meron tayo. Nakakatuwa. So, let's try to adapt. So, pulutin natin yung mga ganda and adapt natin para maganda yung ating pamumuhay. Okay, let us continue, Tutor.
Ayan po. So, how did wayang kulit flourish? So, tuloy na natin, Tutor. Medyo kinakapos na tayo sa oras. So, yes, Indian traders began showing it off to other merchants. So, since ang Indonesia ay isa sa mga sentro ng kalakalan po sa Southeast Asia, nakikipagpalitan ng produkto from one place to another, syempre yung kultura ay nabibit-bit din aside from the products that they barter from each countries. And Indian traders are the ones who showing it off to other merchants. Kasi sabihin natin, for Indian traders, they are proud that there's an adaptation of a culture na nanggaling sa kanila. And what makes it unique because it's far different from the cultures that India is offering in their version of Hinduism or yung pinaka-main sect or religion nila. So samantalang sa Indonesia, they try to think of something different pero nandun pa rin yung turo ng kultura at nandun pa rin yung pagpapahalaga sa morality at doon sa religious belief. Ayun po.
That's correct, Tutor Martin. Ayan, ang daming sumasagot. Sige, tuloy po natin, Tutor.
And last one, Tutor, how a wayang kulit performance is done. So, ayan po. So, yung video po natin kanina, so nakikita nyo naman po, there's someone manipulating the puppets in the presentation. Zooming in, zoom out, diba? I think. Yes. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay. So, just to show the technique na lumalayo yung character or lumalapit to create a movement dun sa kanyang presentation. And the answer is, in a wayang kulit performance, the puppet figures are rear projected on a taut linen screen. So, nasa likod po with coconut oil or electric light. So, the dalang, which is the shadow artist, yung nagmamanipulate po ng puppet natin, So siya yung gumagamit between the lamp and screen to bring the shadows to life. Opo, always remember kapag puppet play, meron pong puppeteer. Oh, hindi po yan
Yes.
nagpo-float lang doon sa likod. Okay?
Correct.
So,
At siya yung
and that's
mahalagang
the,
parte, di ba, ng
opo,
performance.
and that's the
Siya yung
work of the
nagbibigay
dalang
buhay.
itself. Opo.
Correct.
Ayun po,
That's true.
tutor. So, isa na naman po itong malaking nakaka-excite na discussion para po sa ating lahat.
Yes, correct.
And
Nakakatuwa.
ayun po.
Thank you,
Go,
viewers,
tutor.
for your very good participation for today. And also, thank you, Tutor Martin, sa iyong sa ating discussion for this morning. Napaka-fruitful at napaka-meaningful ng ating naging discussion today. Napaka-rich ng ating sharing of ideas. And also with the very active participants or the viewers na ating mga estudyante from different parts of the country. And again, this has been Tutor Diana from SDO Cavite Province and
of course, your tutor Martin na nagbabalik from SDO Valenzuela. So maraming salamat. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation. And we will now proceed sa ating mga tutors for the arts. Hello po!
hello po, Tutor Walter.
Ayan, maraming salamat po Tutor Diana and Tutor Martin mula sa ating Music 8 online tutorial. Magandang morning sa lahat ng ating mga mag-aaral mula sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Ako po si Tutor Walter mula sa Schools Division of Bulacan, kasama syempre si Tutor Annette mula sa SDO Las Piñas. So magandang morning sa lahat ng ating mga mag-aaral na nanonood at patuloy na sumusubaybay sa ating ETUlay online tutorial para sa MAPEH. Ayan, shout out kay Orisha Batalya mula sa AFG-BMTS. Magandang morning. At syempre, no, ang arts at ang music ay halos magkapatid na, no, in terms of their content. No? So pagpapatuloy natin ang ating lesson para sa araw na ito. Okay? So ang topic natin ay patungkol sa elements and principles of arts in Philippine festivals. So dito natin pag-uusapan, no, ano ba yung mga elemento at principles of arts na ginagamit, no, sa Philippine festivals na meron sa ating bansa. Ayan, watching and listening from Ramon National High School SDO Isabela. Good morning po, still watching from San Mariano National High School. Mula yan kay Janela Ashley Belingon, kay Lea De Vera, kay Christopher Andrew Respicio, watching from Ingod Ramon Integrated School, ang Danan West District SDO Isabela. Magandang morning sa inyong lahat na nandyan. Okay, so tayo ay nasa quarter 4 week 3 and 4 kung saan matututunan ninyo sa module na ito kung paano mag-discuss ng elements and principles of arts as seen in our Philippine Festival. Okay? So, tumutok lang po tayo dyan at marami pa tayong matututunan. Good morning kay Marniel Kyle Lustre Ramos. Magandang morning sa lahat ng mga nanonood from Ramon National High School. Alright, so let's have a review. Okay? So all you have to do is to choose the letter of the correct answer. No? So write your answer on the comment section. Okay? Number 1. Giant Lantern Festival involves the rhythmic principle of art. So what statement proves this idea? Okay? So pinag-uusapan natin dito ay ang elements of arts, okay, sa ating festival. Again, Giant Lantern Festival involves the rhythmic principle of art. Rhythmic. Ibig sabihin, there is a pattern, okay? So what statement proves this idea? A. Giant lanterns have themes. B. Giant lanterns are big and colorful. Okay? So the magic word for this question is rhythm. Okay? Giant lanterns have dancing lights. No? D. Giant lanterns are made of fiberglass. No? Pag sinabi nating lantern, no, meron itong ilaw. Okay? Meron itong ilaw, no? So what is the answer? No? A. Giant lanterns have themes. Ayan, may nakita na akong tamang sagot. B. Giant lanterns are big and colorful. C. Giant lanterns have dancing lights. Alright, giant lanterns are made of fiberglass. The magic word is lantern and rhythmic. Okay? The answer for number 1 is very good. Letter C. Ayan, nagad-sagad ng ating mga cuties yung magic word for this question. Very good, very good. All right, number 2. Which is not a motif of the reenactment. Reenactment. The magic word is reenactment of Passion of Christ during Moriones Festival. Alin daw dito ang hindi motibo ng reenactment ng Passion of Christ during Moriones Festival? A. To reflect the suffering of Christ. B. To tell the story of Christ from His birth to His death. During Moriones, during Moriones Festival. C. To celebrate Holy Week and acceptance of Christianity. Or letter D. To understand the role played by the Roman commander, Saint Longinus. Okay? Which is not a motive of the reenactment of Passion of Christ during Moriones Festival. Ayan, nakita ko na yung tamang sagot. The correct answer for this item is letter B. Ayan, tama si Antonio Jr. Contreras Calacuas and Christopher Andrew. Congratulations. You got the correct answer, no? Ang hindi kasi motibo ng reenactment ng Passion of Christ during Moriones Festival ay ang to tell the story of Christ from His birth to His death, no? The other choices, ayun yung motibo ng Passion of Christ during Moriones Festival. Ayan. Very good. Next, number 3. Why do giants' faces at the Gigantes Festival look commanding? Why do giants' faces at the Gigantes Festival look commanding? A. To show power. B. To scare the children. C. To mock the landowners. Or letter D. To mirror traditional men and women. Alright? Let's reveal the answer for number 3. The answer is to mock the landowners. Number 4. Ati-atihan dancers mirror the Aita people who give honor and praise to the child Jesus. What does this emphasize based on history? A. Aitas are good dancers. B. Aitas have a unique culture. C. Aitas are the first believers of Santo Niño. Or letter D, Aitas have accepted and embraced Christianity. Ayan, mamaya mapag-uusapan natin to. The correct answer for number 4 is letter D. Aitas have accepted and embraced Christianity. Alright? Number 5. Giant lanterns are collaboratively made by the people to assure that it is competitive enough to win in the contest. In this statement, what does giant lantern symbolize? A. Christmas season. B. Unity of each barrio. C. Faithfulness and religiousness of the people. D. Love and care of the locals of San Fernando. Again, giant lanterns are collaboratively made by the people to assure that it is competitive enough to win in the contest. Alin daw sa mga statement, no, ang sumisimbolo sa giant lantern? Christmas season, unity of each barrio, faithfulness and religiousness of the people, love and care of the locals of San Fernando. The answer is Letter B, unity of each barrio. All right? Okay. So let's proceed to our topic for today. It's all about, again, elements and principles of arts in Philippine festivals. All right? Alam nyo, sa Asia ay napakahitik, no, in terms of our culture and festivals na nagpapakita, no, sa ating kultura at tradisyon sa bawat rehiyon sa Asia at sa bawat bansa, no, na meron sa Asia. Okay? Isa na dito ang Pilipinas na merong mayaman, no, in terms of festival, no, may mga fiesta, at ito ay syempre ay nakadepende sa ating kultura at nakadepende rin ito sa ating kasaysayan. So isa po sa kilalang festival, no, sa ating bansa ay ang Ati-Atihan sa Aklan. Okay? Ati-Atihan Festival is a prestigious event held in Kalibo, Aklan in the island of Panay. Naging sikat ang Ati-Atihan sa Aklan dahil dati naman itong festival na to ay ginagawa ng mga Pagano, no? Hanggang sa dumating nga dito ang mga Espanyol, dala-dala ang Kristyanismo, at isa ang mga Aitanga, no, sa tumanggap ng Christianity. Kaya naman ang dating ati-atihan kung saan ito ay sineselebrate ng mga Pagano o yung mga hindi naniniwala sa Diyos, kung hindi nagpapasalamat lang sila with the blessings that they have received sa kalikasan, dumating ang mga Spanish, inoffer ang Christianity at ito naman ay tinanggap ng ating mga kababayan, kung kaya't ang ati-atihan ngayon ay isineselebrate, no, kasama na ang Santo Niño. Alright? So ayan ang kasaysayan ng ati-atihan kung bakit natin ito isineselebrate sa isla ng Panay sa Aklan. Okay? Next, we have Sinulog. No, sinulog. Sinulog of Cebu, ay nabibisaya. Ang Sinulog Festival ay nakuha daw from the local word sulog. No, ang ibig sabihin nito like water current movement as it describes the forward-backward choreography of the Sinulog dance. So doon, yes, Sinulog of Cebu, Lea de Vera. So doon hinango yung dance movement, no, ng sayaw ng Sinulog of Cebu. May forward and backward choreography because of it look like water current movement. 'Di ba kapag yung dagat, no, pag umaalon papunta sa sa buhangin, and then kapag nandun na sila papunta naman ulit sa dagat. So may forward and backward movement, no? Next, we have Dinagyang of Iloilo. So Dinagyang Festival of Iloilo City was dubbed as the queen of all festivals in the Philippines for its world-class fit, no? Talaga naman pag sinabing Dinagyang of Iloilo, talagang bongga, no? Yung pagdating sa choreography, pagdating sa costume, no? Talagang tinawag nga itong Queen of all festivals dito sa Pilipinas. Do not forget these informations. At syempre, no, nabanggit kanina yung Gigantes, no, sa Angono, Rizal. So, Gigantes is a local festival na isineselebrate taon-taon tuwing every 23rd of November, no, sa Angono, Rizal. Ang salitang Gigantes ay locally translated bilang giants or gigante, no, in which the festival is famous for. It is known for its parade of pipimashi giants that are mirroring men and women in various costumes with commanding looks on their faces and hands on their waists, no? So katulad nga kanina, nabanggit na kaya gano'n ang itsura ng Gigantes of Angono, no? Ay dahil pinapakita nila yung itsura ng mga nagmamay-ari ng lupain. Ayan. Next, we have Kadayawan of Davao. So ang Kadayawan Festival po ay isang tema na tumatalakay sa celebrating the bountiful harvest of tropical fruits. Ito ay isang festival ng pasasalamat sa kanilang blessing na natanggap sa kanilang lugar. So it is also done to ask for the protection of the Philippine eagles and dwelling-wiling orchids that is known in the city. Hindi lang ito festival ng pagpapasalamat sa pagpapalang natanggap nila mula sa kalikasan, mula sa biyaya na kanilang nakuha. Ito rin ay isang uri ng selebrasyon to call for protection ng ating Philippine eagles and also ng ating mga waling-waling orchids na kilala at sikat dito sa kanilang syudad. Ayan. Still watching from San Mariano National High School, dyan si Isabella, magandang morning sa inyo at sa patuloy na nakikinig sa ating lesson for today. So next, we have the Mascara of Bacolod. Alam nyo ba ng Mascara Festival ay kilala din bilang Festival of Smiles. Got its name from a coined word mas, which means multitude of people, and the Spanish word cara, which means faces. So ibig sabihin, together, the word means a multitude of faces, Maraming muka. And happen to be a pun of the Filipino word mascara, which means mask, The festival is cheerfully celebrated every third weekend of October. So with images of colorful and smiling masks, I think Bacolod, ito yung tinawag na Smile Capital of the Philippines, Bacolod City. Alright, the Mascara Festival. Okay, next, we have the Moriones of Marinduque. So during Holy Week, March or April, the island of Marinduque holds Moriones Festival as a Lenten rite. Ano na to? Kinagawian na to. The Marinduqueños wear Morion masks and apparels to replicate the biblical Roman soldiers as they played the story of the Passion of the Christ that entails the suffering of Jesus Christ before crucifixion. O, diba? Dito sa Moriones ng Marinduque, ang pinakita or ang pinapakita lang nila dyan, mga anak, ay ang ano yung mga nangyari kay Jesus Christ, yung mga sakripisyo at paghihirap niya bago siya ipako sa krus, Kaya nga mapapansin ninyo, they move on or they focus on the masks ng mga soldiers, sundalo. Diyos ko, napagsama pa yung soldiers and sundalo. Soldiers and sundalo, yung costume nila ay nandun na kaagad sa tawag dito, sa part kung saan ipinapakita yung paghihirap ni Jesus Christ bago siya ipako sa krus. Kaya nga doon sa ating review, mali yung letter B or C, if I'm not mistaken, kung saan nandoon yung kwento mula sa pagkapanganak hanggang sa ipako siya sa krus. So sa Moriones of Marinduque, nakapokus siya sa suffering of Jesus Christ before crucifixion. Talagang nakikinig talaga ang ating mga estudyante ngayong araw sa ating arts class dito sa ETUlay. Next, we have Pahiyas of Lukban dito sa Quezon. Pahiyas Festival, every 15th of May, exhibits the magical transformation of the small towns of Quezon Province from ordinary to exquisite sight. Huwag kalilimutan, ito ay ginaganap every 15th day of May, na nagpapakita doon ng magical transformation ng maliit na town of Quezon Province from ordinary to exquisite sight. Okay? Next, panagbanga ng Baguio. Alam naman natin na ang panagbanga sa Baguio, ito ay taon-taon na ginaganap sa Baguio City. It also known as Flower Festival, which locally translates as a season of blossoming. Ito yung panahon kung saan makikita natin na talaga namang nagbo-blossom yung mga bulaklak, to pay homage to the beautiful flowers that bloom in Baguio and to inspire local people to bloom and move forward. Hindi lang para i-celebrate yung blossoming period ng mga bulaklak na makikita sa Baguio, but also para iparamdam din at ipakita sa mga mamamayan ng Baguio City o ng Pilipinas na katulad ng bulaklak, tayo mga Pilipino ay kailangan ding mag-bloom and to move forward no matter what, kung ano yung mga napagdaanan natin sa mga nagdaang panahon katulad ng pandemya. No? Yes. Next, we have Giant Lantern of San Fernando, Pampanga. No, ano ba yung lantern, Parol? So the city of San Fernando, Pampanga has been marked as the most visited place during mid-December for its Giant Lantern Festival. Alam naman natin na kapag pumapatak na ang buwan ng December, no, talaga namang nagkakaroon sila ng patimpalak patungkol sa pagandahan at palakihan ng parol diyan sa probinsya ng Pampanga, specifically sa San Fernando City of Pampanga. Alright? So, let's talk about the visual art elements and principles in Philippine Festival. Alam naman natin that Philippine festivals are famous for its fancy visual arts exhibited through street dancing and parades. Actually nga, kahit hindi PST, kahit sabihin lang natin na presentation in our school, talaga namang pinaghahandaan at talaga namang ipinapakita, no, yung pagiging artistic nating mga Pinoy, no, talaga namang pinaghahandaan at talaga namang colorful, no, maganda in short, no. Sa art principles, alam naman natin na isa dyan ay ang kulay o ang color. Pag sinabi nating purity of color, that is what we call hue. Yung intensity and value makes the costumes, mask and makeup, props, accessories, and decoration, they are bright, chromatic, and lively. Siyempre, alam nyo, hindi magkakaroon ng buhay, no, yung ating mga costumes at ang ating piyesta kapag wala tayong nakikitang makulay na banderitas, makukulay na mga costumes, makukulay na mga makeup. Somehow, color gives life, no, sa ating mga disenyo na meron sa ating fiesta or festivals. Sa form naman, no, ano yung mga ginagamit na props katulad ng flowers, ng puno, ng dahon at iba't ibang mga imahe na meron doon sa props and decoration. At yan ay nagfo-fall sa form, no? Next, we have line, no, not just seen as a design pattern but in the festival performances as well. The formations, like horizontal and vertical lines are mostly used, no? Halimbawa, kapag magpaparada, they are using what? Sometimes vertical lines, di ba? Pag nakaparada, nakaganon sila, tapos pila-pila. O kaya naman, commonly, yung vertical lines, yung vertical appearance ng pagkakapila ng mga tao sa parada. So, hindi man natin masyadong napapansin itong mga linya na to, pero commonly, marami sa atin ay gumagamit ng linya to form their festival more creative and attractive. Okay? Next, shape. Yan. So, ang hugis, no, ay nakikita kahit saan, no, everywhere during festival, as this is the fundamental of form. O halimbawa, no, kapag fiesta. Anyway, sa mga fiesta naman or festival, like for example, yung sa parol sa Pampanga, di ba? Star, no, shape, pero that is a shape, no? So may iba't ibang hugis naman ng parol, hindi lang star, yung iba gumagawa diamond, no? So sa ibang mga festival talagang napakahalaga ng shape kasi isa ito sa pumupukaw ng atensyon ng mga tao. And also, like for example, sa mga banderitas, they are using what? Triangle. Tama? Alright. Next, space. It is the distance and volume are considered to create pleasing visuals on the festival performances. Texture, it adds visual effects as it displays rough and shiny texture to props, costume, and other decoration. So balance, syempre hindi naman palaging ang sandamukan yung bulaklak sa part na to, onte. So kailangan balance pa din. So aesthetically, dapat it is a pleasing, equal integration of elements. Contrast and variety, having or including many different elements to create comparison of one thing to another. So, kailangan merong pagkakaiba-iba. Hindi porket triangle yung nasa side, puro triangle na lahat. So, somehow, magiging boring na to. Kaya kailangan may contrast and variety din tayong nakikita. And also sa emphasis, kung ano yung pinakatampok, ano yung special dyan sa festival na yan, ano yung importante dyan, ano yung kailangan bigyan ng attention to intensify something, the social function of the festival maybe. So, mahalaga din ang emphasis. No? Harmony and unity, so kailangan kung magaganda ang kulay, kailangan magaganda din ang design, kailangan pantay yung mga shapes, yung mga props, ayan. So, kailangan may harmony and unity. And also, syempre, yung itsura ng mga taong involved ay sumasalamin din sa kung anong festival yung kanilang ipinapakita. Consider to create pleasing visual effects, repetition and rhythm. Visual rhythm is repeated pattern as depicted in the elements of festivals. Siyempre, meron ding scale and proportion. It relates to sizes, no? Relationship of one element to another. Yan yung scale. So, relationship of elements to festivity as a whole, that is what we call proportion. Okay? So, dito makikita natin in every festival, no, yung mga props, yung mga crisscrossing of linear lines, repeated curve, and streamlines, floral, and geometric design. Ayan ang meron sa ati-atihan. Hello, Christopher, Respicio, kay Lea De Vera, at Limuel na patuloy na nanonood sa ating live for today. So dito naman sa sinulog, no, makikita natin yung lines, repeated curve, and streamlines. Siyempre may floral and geometrical designs din sila. Sa Dinagyang Festival, they are using curved linear motifs, animal, syempre may mga floral din and geometric designs, rickrax, scrolls, line patterns, ay naman yung present sa Dinagyang Festival. Sa Gigantes, they are using papier-mâché, giants crisscrossing of linear lines, repeated curve and streamlines. No, bakit repeated curves? Tingnan niyo yung katawan ng Gigantes, no? At saka yung kanilang tawag dito, yung kanilang elbow, no, nakakurba din. Okay? Sa Kadayawan Festival naman, gumamit sila ng line patterns, the rickrax, scrolls, curved linear motifs, animal, floral, and geometric design. So halos lahat naman sila, no, talagang gumamit ng element of arts. Dahil hindi naman mag-e-exist yung mga kagandahan ng kanilang mga artes without using the elements of arts. Katulad dito sa mascara, they are using curved linear motifs. They are using also grass and floral and geometric designs. Sa Moriones naman, crisscrossing of linear lines din ang ginamit, repeated curve, and streamlines. Sa Pahiyas Festival, no, yung house and street decoration nila, merong repeated loops and curves and floral designs. Sa Panagbanga, syempre, ito nga daw ay flower festival. Syempre, ang ginamit nilang mga disenyo dyan ay floral design and geometric designs. So, sa giant lanterns naman, they are used floral and geometric designs. Alright? So, let's have a short quiz before we end this live. All you have to do is to read and answer the following items below. Choose the letter of the best answer. No? Choose the letter of the correct answer. Okay. So, ati-atihan dancers mirror the eye to people who give honor and praise to child Jesus. What does the emphasize based on history? Okay? The answer for this item is letter T. Itas have accepted and embraced Christianity. Number 2, giant lanterns are collaboratively made by the people to assure it's competitive enough to win in the contest. Alin daw dito? What does giant lantern symbolizes? No? Letter B, unity of each barrio. Very good. Number 3, carrying the images of Santo Niño emphasizes the function of Sinulog Festival. What function best describes this tradition? The correct answer for number 3 is letter A, accepting Christianity. Next, number 4, how would you classify a festival as religious in form? The answer for number 4 is letter A. Festival is held to honor a particular a patron or saint. Number 5, ayan, lumabas agad yung sagot. Why is Bacolod City known as the City of Smiles? Because the locals always smile and the smiling mask represent the city. So the answer for number 5 is letter C. Ayan. Thank you very much for joining our live session for today. Alam niyo, napakahalaga ng inyong ETUlay feedback. Nako, MAPEH yan. So, scan nyo lang po yung QR code na yan para makapagbigay po kayo ng feedback sa aming ETUlay session. Muli po maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig. Ako po si Tutor Walter na nagsasabing kung ang module mo ay hindi natapos sa tulong ng ETUlay ating itutuloy. Siyempre kasama si Tutor Annette. Muli, maraming salamat at magandang morning sa inyong lahat.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!